Joining me here is BJP's Pathanamthitta candidate, Mr. Anil Antony. This is a tough fight here in this constituency. You are fighting against a three-term MP and a very senior leader of the CPIM, Dr. Thomas Isaac, and the MP Anto Antony. What do you think are your advantages? What will work in your favor here?
See, now it's almost 4 weeks. It's over a month since I've been declared as a candidate here. And now we are entering the most important phase the last 3 weeks. I came here and I've been interacting with people across the society here, across all people from all age groups, all political spectrum. And one thing I understood very clearly is that the people here clearly want change. Like you rightly said, there are two heavyweights who are contesting as my rivals. One is Mr. Anto Antony, who is a 3-time MP. Last 15 years he is the MP here. Then there is Dr. Thomas Isaac, who had been an MLA many times. He had been an MLA many times. He's a former finance minister also. But you look at the state of the state here and the state of the constituency here, one thing which we can clearly understand is that the people here want change. I came here and I was very surprised to see the state of the constituency. This is one of the, per capita wise, this is one of the constituencies with the highest per capita incomes. You have one of the highest number of NRI populations across India. You have one of the largest student populations in Kerala, where there are almost 50 plus colleges, very high quality colleges also. In the morning I went to a technical institution for an event. Similarly, I'm going to a lot of these colleges and universities where young people are there. And despite all that, despite such a place with such high quality people and potential, you look at what has been happening in this place, I can very clearly say, confidently say that the place hasn't reached even a fraction of its potential. You have a sitting MP the last 15 years. The first 5 years he was a member of parliament here, Mr. Anto Antony. Those 5 years, Dr. Manmohan Singh's UPA government was in power. Those 5 years, you also had the UDF government of Mr. Chandi. So he had a lot of support the first 5 years. The last 10 years, he was an opposition MP. But still, you look at the constituency here, the last 15 years. This is one of the rare constituencies in Kerala where, despite having so many young people, despite having so many working people with skill sets, there is not a single industrial park, there is not a single IT park, there is not a single startup incubator. Then it is one of the rare constituencies across India where there is not a single unit of a public sector PSU anywhere in this constituency. Then there is not a single unit of any central government backed educational institution, higher education institution, technical institution. So I really wonder what the MP was doing the last 15 years. People tell me that almost everything he is telling are all schemes by the central government which we are approving here. And then he is putting his own banner and fluxes and saying that he is doing it, but he is not doing anything. And then Mr. Thomas Isaac, again, he is a stalwart who has been here for a long time. But then you look at the state of Kerala, you look at the situation of Kerala, the state is in deep financial crisis. According to RBI, this is one of the states with the the growth here is one of the worst, top 3 among the big states. It is one of the 2 states with the highest number of youth unemployment in the country. And people do put a lot of blame on the former finance minister for the dire economic situation of the state. So you have people who I'm interacting with everywhere, people from across the political spectrum, people from across the social spectrum, people from across all age groups. And one thing they are telling me is that they want change. They don't want the status quo any longer. They want opportunities. They want development. They want progress. They want central government-backed projects. They are seeing the tremendous work that is happening across India under the leadership and vision of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Right now, India, even IMF says, is the lone bright spot in a very turbulent world. It is the fastest growing economy for a long time. Last year, we overtook Britain and became the 5th largest economy. In our 3rd term, we are on our trajectory where we will be the 3rd largest economy. And people are seeing that India growth story. And people want to be a part of that growth story. They want development, they want progress, they want opportunities. And they do believe that a candidate who is backed by the Prime Minister and who is a part of the ruling system can bring that change. So because of that, people want change, and I believe that because of that, I'm going to win here.
What are your specific promises to the people of Pathanamthitta if you win? Or what is your vision for Pathanamthitta?
See, our Honorable Prime Minister got a vision to transform India into a developed country, a Vikasit Bharat by 2047. Kerala is lagging further and further behind. And I want to ensure that the state and the constituency also goes on the same trajectory and we become a Vigasit state and a Vigasit constituency at the earliest. Like I already mentioned, this is a state with a lot of developmental challenges, and this is a state where people want opportunities. You have places like Shabarimala, you have places like the Maraban Convention happening here, you have the Parimala Church here, you have, and even like the Aranmula boat race that happens here. This is a place which has a potential to transform as a religious cultural hub. Similarly, this is a place with many scenic places, many beautiful mountain areas. This has the potential to transform into a tourist hub. But the core reason why all that is not happening is because of the lack of connectivity. I want to ensure that I will be the voice of Pathanamthitta in the Lok Sabha. I will be the voice of Pathanamthitta to the central government, and I will ensure that good development come here. My first focus will be infrastructure and connectivity, where there will be high quality roads, there will be better quality roads and transit points. Right now we only have one railway station in the entire district, and there also people tell me that they don't have fundamental basic amenities and facilities there. I want to transform that into a railway station that will have world class potential. I want to ensure that the full potential of tourism and religious cultural tourism can be fully met here. I want to ensure that the places I mentioned will be transformed into a world class religious cultural hub. I want to ensure that the students here, the young people will have ample opportunities for social and economic progress. And for that I want to work with the central government to bring central government PSU units here, industrial parks here, IT parks here, where startup incubators here. So I will work with the central government and our central systems to ensure that this place transform into a Vigasit place.
Interesting you mentioned this, because as my understanding is, Pathanamthitta is one of the places where you see a lot of migration happening, especially among the youngsters. A lot of elderly people staying alone here. So is that one of the concerns and something that you will be looking into?
Yes, in 3 to 4 days I am releasing a manifesto for this constituency itself. Just for this constituency, it is on the works itself. And I'm glad that you asked this question. So I've been, occasionally we do visit houses also. And wherever I go, one thing which I noticed is, like for example, there are a large number of schools here, colleges here. There are young people here, but they don't stay. Like you rightly mentioned, this is one of the states with a lot of, more number of NRIs than almost any other districts across India. There is a huge number of migration that is happening from Pathanamthitta to other cities across India and also to other countries. Many of them are going to pursue their own goals and aspirations, and that is something which I greatly appreciate, because I do believe that our NRIs are also our great brand ambassadors of India across the world. So it is good to have the diaspora. But at the same time, a lot of people are leaving because they don't have opportunities here, and that is something which I want to tackle. So I want to ensure that ecosystems are created where people who want to stay here have enough opportunities and they can thrive here. And then the other problem which you rightly mentioned are the socio-economic issues that are happening because of migrations. I went to a lot of houses, they are large houses, but they are all closed. There is nobody living there. And then there are a lot of houses where there are elder people who are living by themselves because the youth have all left, because they don't have anything to do here. And there is a definite lack of geriatric care here. There is a definite lack of good hospitals, super speciality hospitals in many places across this district. It's a very large district and constituency. From one end to the another is almost 150 kilometers. It's a very large place. And except town and some other parts, you have certain areas where there is a definite lack of good healthcare, especially geriatric healthcare. So that is definitely something which I would try my very best to address. Again, our union government and our Prime Minister is giving a lot of emphasis on these areas. Healthcare right now, almost 50 crore beneficiaries are there under the Ayushman Bharat scheme. It is the largest insurance scheme in the world, where you have free insurance up to rupees 5 lakhs. And here also, when the Honorable Prime Minister came here, he listed number of government schemes that we are doing, and Ayushman Bharat, there are large number of beneficiaries here. We want to ensure that good healthcare is given to the people, and we will work out on mechanisms to ensure that geriatric healthcare becomes one of the primary focuses.
Your opponents have been talking about secularism. They say that the BJP is trying to destroy the constitution, the country. This is a very important election. So to protect the nation, elect us. So that is a campaign that your opponents have been saying. So how would you react to this?
So the last 10 years, first of all, our opposition has been telling this about the Bharatiya Janata Party forever. This is not the first time we are hearing that. And they are trying to create certain kind of fear psychosis among the minorities. And they are trying to divide the population based on caste and religion for a long time. Right now you look at the Congress Party and its leader Mr. Rahul Gandhi. He is travelling across India and one of the only things he is talking about is about the caste census. He wants to bring in the caste census. Essentially he is trying to divide the community based on caste. Then most of the opposition, the entire India alliance, they are trying to create a certain kind of polarization within the society by appeasement politics. This is exactly what is happening across. For example, when the Prana Pratishtha of the Ram Mandir happened, the Congress Party decided to boycott it. When CAA, which doesn't affect a single Indian but is only meant to protect the minorities from our 3 neighboring countries, again they are opposing it. Again, when Article 370 was withdrawn, some of the many important security challenges that our country faces were also gone along with that. But again, the Congress Party and all the India Alliance members are opposing it. So right now the Congress Party is trying to create a politics based on division of caste and polarization based on appeasement. And the Bharatiya Janata Party don't stand for that. The first day itself when our Honorable Prime Minister took charge as the Prime Minister and started leading the country, he said that he doesn't believe in any caste or religion. He believes in taking 140 crore Indians together to be a Vikasit Bharat by 2047. That is what we are working on. And now also our Prime Minister has made it very clear that he doesn't believe in caste or religion. He believes in 4 communities. It's Garib, Yo, Annadata and Nari. Which are poor people, our farmers, our youth and our women. And he and our organization and our government believes that if these 4 sections are progress, then sooner than later we will become a Vikasit Bharat, and we are working on that. So we don't believe in the politics of division, we don't believe in the politics of caste, we don't believe in the politics of religion, we only believe in the politics of progress, development and opportunities and transforming India to being a developed country. But our opposition, they know that they cannot face an election saying any of these issues, because the main other opposition party, the Congress Party, has governed this country for almost 60 plus years of the first 75 years. Yet we are where we are. The last 10 years we have seen more development that happened in India than the first 67 years since independence. So the opposition cannot face an election citing any of the issues that we fight on. So they are trying to create imaginary hypothetical issues, trying to create fear among the minorities and trying to divide the society based on caste and religion. It was comprehensively rejected by the people of India in 2014, where the Bharatiya Janata Party led by Narendra Modi ji won with full majority. In 2019, once again Rahul Gandhi and the Congress Party tried the same strategy, failed even more miserably, and the Congress and the Bharatiya Janata Party led by our Honorable Prime Minister won with a larger margin of 300 plus seats. Now the next election is coming and I can assure you this will again fail, and just like in 2014 and 19 with a even bigger mandate, with 370 plus seats for the Bharatiya Janata Party and 400 plus seats for the NDA, we are going to come back again, because the opposition's politics of division, of raising fear among minorities and of dividing the society based on caste and religion will once again comprehensively fail.
This is a constituency which has a large number of Christian population. BJP had been trying to reach out to the Christian community also. Do you think that the instances in Manipur is going to have an impact in the elections here?
Absolutely no. Again, this is a narration that is being created by our opposition to create fear among certain minorities. But the minorities themselves have comprehensively rejected this. You look at India right now, there are multiple states including Goa and all the northeastern states, including Manipur, including Mizoram, including Meghalaya, including Nagaland, including Arunachal Pradesh, where minorities are actually the majority there, or they are a significant number there, 30 plus percent, 40 plus percent. And every single of these states I mentioned is right now governed by the Bharatiya Janata Party or by our ally. And it is because the minorities you mentioned also put absolute trust in our Prime Minister and his vision. Now you come to Kerala, people say it is the last bastion, where yes, we right now don't have any MLAs or MPs here. But this time situation is definitely going to change. Last election, for the first time, we had double-digit vote share. We had 13 plus percent vote share. We are a significant political force in this place. In many other districts, we have, last election itself, we had 25% plus vote share. We are a significant political force and we are a legit contender in at least half a dozen of the 20 constituencies here. The Honorable Prime Minister himself came to this constituency the first time after all the candidates were announced. And he has made it very clear that we are aiming for double-digit seats here. This is going to be one of those elections which will change the course of Kerala's political history. States like Kerala and Tamil Nadu, in the last 6-7 years, you had states like northeastern states, Tripura, West Bengal, Telangana, where the party used to have 3%, 4%, 5% vote share. But now, except one or two of these states where we are the second largest party, every other state right now we are in government by ourselves or with our ally. So we have grown exponentially in all these places. Then last time after winning Tripura, our Honorable Prime Minister made it very clear in the Parliamentary Board also that now we are going to focus more on states like Kerala and Tamil Nadu. States including Kerala and Tamil Nadu is seeing unprecedented growth by our party. Right now, wherever I go in this constituency after I came in the last 4-5 years, we are seeing a reception that I haven't seen even Congress leaders and the communist leaders receive. People are excited to receive us. People are happy to see our BJP Karyakartas. Whenever my Karyakartas who are standing around also go and visit all the houses, people are receiving them with so much goodwill and happiness because they have trust in our Prime Minister. All that will resonate in this election. I can guarantee you that we are going to have our best ever performance in Kerala. We are legitimately contesting in double-digit seats here. We will have our best ever performance here and we will win multiple seats here, which will contribute to the 370 plus that we will get across India.
You're the son of senior Congress leader A.K. Antony. Many times you're introduced as BJP candidate, the son of A.K. Antony. So how do you see the response? Does that play a part when you talk to the people of Pathanamthitta here?
My father retired from parliamentary politics after 52 years last year. So 52 years, he was a 5-time MLA, 5-time MP, 3-time Chief Minister, 3-time Cabinet Minister also, and he has done tremendous work for the society in Kerala, which the people in Kerala do fondly remember. So when I go to a lot of places, yes, even that is a added advantage to me. People do remember the resounding amount of work that my father has done here, and people are also very optimistic about the work that the Bharatiya Janata Party and I will be doing under the leadership of our Prime Minister in future. So all this is going to be good positives for me in this election, and I am very confident that because of all this, the people here want change, and I am going to be victorious.
It's not yet decided, but do you think your father will be campaigning for the opposition candidate here? For the Congress candidate?
I don't know. He is in another political party. But like I already said, there is a candidate here, Mr. Anto Antony. 15 years he has been an MLA, MP. And the people here say that he has been a very non-performing MP, who people are very unhappy with. He is also the same person who a few days back, just to appease certain minorities with certain fundamental thought, did insult the Indian Army, did try to whitewash some of the terror incidents of Pakistan, where he said something about Pulwama, which the people here were very appalled about. This is one of the constituencies with the highest number of ex-servicemen across Kerala also. I think there are almost 40,000 plus ex-servicemen families here. So it's a place with a large number of former army people, and they were all appalled by the statesman Mr. Anto Antony made. So finally, I don't think anybody who this is not. So it doesn't matter who comes here to campaign. Finally, people have made a decision that this particular candidate should lose, and he's going to lose.
Before I let you go, what is it that you want to tell the people of Pathanamthitta?
Unlike the last 75 plus years where UDF and LDF have been coming here, I've been here for a long time. The last 1 month I've been traveling across. And I do sincerely believe that this place has a lot more potential than what it is. I can assure you that unlike the last 15 years, and unlike the times when LDF and UDF used to come here alternatively, 5 years I can bring more development, more progress and more opportunities to this place than the last 50 years you have seen. Just like across India, where the last 10 years you have seen more development and more opportunities than India's first 67 years of independence. You give the Bharatiya Janata Party a chance here. You will see more development, more progress and more opportunities than what you have seen in your lifetime. That is my guarantee, and that is my guarantee through the Prime Minister's guarantee.
Thank you, Mr. Anil Antony, for speaking to us, and all the best for your campaign.